Hey guys, welcome back to another death card video. Today we're going to be looking at the Stava build for Dr. Theodor Praun. So jumping right into it, Legal Counsel, Dr. Theodor Praun, Oberstfrontführer of the organization Todt, recipient of the War Merit Cross 1st and 2nd class, with swords, born January 20th, 1909, killed 3rd January 1944 by Pleskow. And I did look into it. The Oberstfrontführer for organization Todt would roughly be like an Oberleutnant or like a first lieutenant. So we'll flip it over to the backside and then we'll go into his casualty records. It is the tragedy of this earth that God, whenever he grants one of our loved ones the final gift he has to give, causes us such pain. So unfortunately, I did misspeak slightly when I said his casualty records. Really all we have is what's on the Volksbund. They say that his death missing location is not recorded, as well as his place of birth. We could maybe guess that he's somewhere from Muhldorf or nearby, given that the printing press is from that area, D. Geiger, Muhldorf. It's northeast of Munich. Now that's not to say he's from that town or even that necessarily close. He could be a few towns away. Some of these cards that I have, I know where they're born, and I see where it says that it was printed. I suppose, though, they could have lived in that town before they shipped off just because they were born there. Anyway, going into what the Volksbund says about his burial location is rather interesting, though. I've yet to see this on any other cards in my collection. They say he was buried in what was then called East Riga Cemetery of Honor, Latvia, today's Forest Cemetery. The soldiers' graves there were covered with civilian graves. The names of these war dead are recorded in the German military cemetery in Riga Bederbeki on natural stone stels. In memory of the original grave sites, the Volksbund has set up a memorial site in the Forest Cemetery, which is now serving as a civilian cemetery. As I said, I thought that was really interesting because so far I have yet to see that. Usually it's thankfully that they were able to find a new set. They were able to find the body and put them into a modern cemetery or send them back home or whatever it may be. At least some sort of real, true grave, or unfortunately that they are still missing or they weren't recovered or without any sort of doubt, so they're unknown. In this case, they do know where he is, but he's covered up by another cemetery. Now, I have seen other incidents like this from a channel called Crocodile Tier. He does exhumation videos where they're looking for these soldiers and sending them back. There was a video that they did. Can't remember where the location was, but it was a very similar circumstance. Really cool videos if you're interested in that kind of thing. As far as this death card goes, though, there's not too much information on it, and additionally, the information I was able to find wasn't that much, but I do think Organization Todt is interesting, given that they helped with building fortifications and things like that. They're not something that comes up all the time, so when they do pop up, I think it's rather interesting, and especially that he was a higher rank. You can see here he's got the KVK ribbon, so it seems that the photo was probably taken before he was awarded the next levels. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you on the next one, and see you next time.